Yo, welcome back to another video. Today we are in the Greatly Remix, and let's try to get some wins here. We're going to be trying out the Defense Deoxys paired with the Jellicent and the Mantine. Our opponent here does switch out into the Shadow Hypno. Shadow Hypno here is potentially going to have Thunder Punch. Let's see if they have it. They do indeed. It does a good chunk of damage. However, we are able to survive it. We're going to throw our own Surf here. It does some good neutral damage, but they don't shield, so that was a good play on them. We're going to go for another Surf, get this Hypno quite low. We do get the farm down, and now we do win the switch, but they're going to get the farm with their own Mana Zone. Before that happens, though, we are able to part ways with a Surf, dealing roughly 50% damage right there. We know that this is going to be a Wild Charge, and probably there's the Wild Charge, does a huge amount of damage. They reveal that they have Gramble in the back, so we're going to go for the Psycho Boost and Dip. It does grab the shield finally, and then we're going to have to throw these Arrow Aces back at this Gramble. We know that they want to keep this Gramble at least alive to throw a move, so we can shield here. And now we have to beat this Mana Zone with our backline, which we should be fine because we're going to be able to threaten either a shield here or potential farm down with our Defense Deoxys. So GG's to our opponent, able to win that game with the combination of Defense Deoxys and the Mantine. The Mantine is running the Wing Attack, Arrow Ace, and Water Pulse version, so keep that in mind. We're going to have the Defense Deoxys versus the Shadow Venusaur here. Terrible for our backline here. We're going to stay in for now. These counters are actually doing a huge amount of damage considering they're resisted, so it's pretty solid for us. They switch out into the Carbine after dealing a huge amount of damage. We are going to allow this Carbine to throw a move. Let's see what they end up throwing. There goes the Rock Slide, and we're going to have to just spam a bunch of Surfs at this point. We're gonna need probably 3 Surfs from this point. So we are able to farm to 2 here. We're gonna go for this Surf, and we need at least 1 more. However, they are gonna be able to reach a move here. Does this Rock Slide KO? Yes, it does. So that was a little bit brutal, losing all that energy. We definitely needed to get at least 1 more Surf to either get the shield or get the KO. We're going to go for this Thunderbolt Undercharge, looking for the farm down. Unable to get the farm down. This is a very, very XL heavy Carbine. We're going to shield here so that we can at least potentially try to farm. It does look like we're going to have to go for the farm down, so we're going to double shield here, farm it down, and then hope for the best at the end. Let's see what they have in the back here. What is that? Oh, Sableye. Sableye is going to be too tanky to defeat, especially with no shields. They're just going to have to go to a big charge boon and take us out. So definitely lost a lot of energy with the Jellicent there. We needed to at least grab a shield or do some big damage when we had that Jellicent. So GG's to our opponent, unable to win that game, and on to the next game. So we have the pairing of Jellicent and the Defense Deoxys, and then we have the Mantine also helping out with the Defense Deoxys weaknesses. Alright, we got the Jellicent here to deal with. Kind of a weird situation. We're going to go for this Thunderbolt first, dealing a good amount of damage. However, they're going to be able to throw a move here, potentially Shadow Ball. They go for the Surf actually. Looks like they're going to be able to get to another move here. Ends up being the Shadow Ball finally. So they ended up using all their energy, which is great. Now we're going to come back in with our Jellicent here. Let's see who's going to win CAP. Okay, it looks like they were switching. Okay, they do switch into their Registeel. Now, this Registeel is also not great for our backline, so this is going to be a bit of a struggle for sure. Another Shadow Ball does get used here. They do decide to shield that one, and then we're going to match the shield here. Ends up being the Zap Cannon. We get the debuff, so we're just going to reset by switching out and hopefully dealing some chip damage here with our Mantine so that we can potentially, I don't know, farm or something. So this is going to be the Zap Cannon, and we don't avoid the debuff again. So we now have to deal with this Gligar with our debuff, the Mantine. We can tank these Arrow Aces fine. However, these Water Pulses no longer are going to be dealing a lot of damage. Still super effective, but you can see right there, way reduced damage. Still in the yellow with the Gligar. They're going to have to throw another Arrow Ace. We're going to try to catch a move here. We do catch the move. So this Aero Ace here will not KO. And now we're going to try to win the game here with the Jellicent. And they do get our energy here. They are going to have the energy for the Shadow Ball saved from the last round right there. And they're going to be able to farm us down. So GG to our opponent. That was a tough situation. Jellicent, it basically ends up coming down to who's going to be able to win this CAP tie with their Jellicent or our Jellicent. And unfortunately for us, we didn't get to find out. All right, next game, let's see what we got. We got the Defense Deoxys against the Shadow Empoleon. Great lead for us here, expecting them to switch out. They go into their superior. All right. Okay, they're going to throw on timing here, and they reveal that they have a Leap Tornado. Okay, so Leap Tornado is going to potentially debuff our attack, but we avoid the debuff on that first one. We know that they have the Leap Tornado again, so we're just going to allow this one to go through. This time they get the debuff, and now we're going to try to farm down. No farm down, unfortunately, but we got this low enough that we can farm down with our backline. We don't have to worry about it anymore, so we're not going to invest the shield. They are energy dry at this point. We do get the extra counter here, and let's see if this is helpful for our backline. Okay, actually not bad. We have the Shadow Glider to deal with, but they're going to have to consider shielding this Psycho Boost. Now it gets it into the yellow. We're going to go into our Jellicent right here. This Jellicent is going to be impactful for the backline, so we're going to shield here, and then we're going to threaten a potential KO or a shield. We do grab the shield back, and now we have to think about what they want to do with their Empoleon. So the Empoleon does come back in here, and now we're going to threaten KO or get this last shield, just apply the full pressure. They do allow it to go through, so they're going to look to either use some energy here or grab this shield. We decide that we think we can farm down, and shielding right there is the best play, because now we have a ton of energy. They do have energy on their Glider, but now we force them to use their energy. Aero Ace does go through, and because Defense Deoxys is still quite healthy, all we have to do is build up to 2 Psycho Boosts, and we should win this game, even with this shield right here. So they do throw out the shield, but we have double, and that is GG's. So the end game right there was kind of a split decision moment where we had to consider either shielding that Jellicent or letting it go. I believe the shield was used correctly there, so we were able to win the game. So next game, let's see what we find. Can we end up on a good note with this team? Let's see. We got the Defense Deoxys versus the Empoleon again. All right, fantastic lead. Expecting them to switch out eventually. Let's see, they're staying in for now. This is not a Shadow, so this is not going to be as bad. Hydro Cannon takes us into the yellow, and it looks like our opponent tried to catch a move, but we're going to save that energy on our Deoxys and switch into a Jellicent versus this Glider. Another non-Shadow, so these attacks are going to be not that heavy damage, but still chipping away. We're going to tank this next move here. Aero Ace does take us into the red after some fast moves, and now we threaten KO, or it's going to grab the shield. Let's see what they do. They go for the shield because they have the move, and then we're going to match the shield here because we should be able to outpace, but we're going to make sure we don't have our move caught. So they do reveal Mantine in the back. We're going to have to switch out of that situation and match them. So they had double flyers in the back. We have the Mantine versus Mantine here. They also are throwing a bunch of Aero Aces. We're going to build up to 2 Aero Aces, throw this first one here, and then let's see, we're going to throw this next one here on timing. But as you can see right here, we lose CAP, and they're going to be able to throw this Aero Ace. Now we have to deal with this Mantine and all 3 Pokemons left. Luckily, our Defense Deoxys does have a lot of energy. We're going to throw this Thunderbolt immediately because we're at a ton of energy. We do take out that Mantine, and then we're going to go into the Psycho Boost here against this Glider. They do decide to shield. We're going to combo play here, use our Jellicent with some energy, take out this Glider, and now we have to take out that Empoleon with our last 2 Pokemon. We know we have this shield here. We're looking for the farm down. Do we get the farm down? Yes, we do. GG's to our opponent. So check out this team if you haven't already, and let us know if you enjoyed the video.